everyone, it's Teresa again at Carolina Girl Wreath, and today we're going to make together a very colorful and full FlipFlop summer deco mesh wreath made with the Woodland Ruffle. Very easy method. It's one of my favorites. So I'm going to show you what we need to get started with. Okay, first you're going to need your frame, and I always use my 14-inch frame, Faithful Dollar Tree. I love them. They're inexpensive, but work just as good as the others. And you're going to need 15 pipe cleaners. I've already pre-done mine to save time, and many of you may not already know how to do this, but if you don't, I have a tutorial on how to place your pipe cleaners on a 14-inch frame. And when you get finished, this wreath is going to be 24-inch wreath. So you can check out the tutorial on how to place your pipe cleaners if you need to learn how to do that. Then we're going to need our mesh. I'm using Deco mesh, poly Deco mesh, which I get from Craft Outlet. Great store. Get most of my stuff there. Good prices, sometimes good sales. This is 10-inch by 10 yards. And if you order over $69, you get free shipping. So I have chose this pretty blue and a pretty yellow and a fuchsia. Okay, and these three colors here, each color is cut into 15 pieces each at 20 inches. So you got 15 fuchsia, 15 yellow, 15 blue. Okay. And then I have also chose my ribbons. I love ribbons. I can't never decide which to use. So I usually just, since I don't prepare till the end, but I've chose these here, the blue and white stripe, yellow and white stripe. I've got two FlipFlop prints, white and yellow backgrounds. I thought these were going to be great to go with the sign we'll be using today. Isn't this pretty? The big old flip-flops. It's actually a tin sign, so that'll be good for like weatherproof. There's a big pair of flops. So this is our theme for today, getting ready for summer. Okay, so to get started, what we're going to do, let me try to adjust my phone here. That's something I'm still not good at. I've always said I need a tutorial to learn how to work my phone stand. Okay, just want to go open your pipe cleanser, which I have done. And I'm going to start with the blue. I love this deco mesh, but it does stick. But this is really a simple way. One of my favorite. It makes your wreath really full. Okay. What I'm wanting to do here is see how it curls up. Okay. We're going to lay it out. And now I always use a tool. I usually use my clippers here, whatever you can find, something heavy to place down on the end, because it just helps with the holding it down while I'm scrunching, because we're going to scrunch this piece. Okay. So just start at the opposite end, and you're going to start curling it under. I do mine about 3 times. Grab it in the middle here. Place your clip. I use a chipper clip. Okay. And turn it around. Now it may stay down by itself on this end here. If not, use your tool again, because it does help. It just helps. And then we're going to do the other side same way. Give it a couple of 2, 3. Now on this end, I'm not going to use no clip. I'm just going to take my fingers here, make a little dam with my thumb in the middle, and put my other fingers, and I'm going to scrunch. And scrunching, believe me, was hard for me at first. I don't know why. But all I'm really doing is let my fingers do the walking, and as you do that, pull the mesh to you. So just walk up to the other end, holding your fingers together in the middle. It's like a little dam, because it's going to create a little ruffle. or little ruffle or bow tie. Call it either one. Okay? So now I'm going to place this on Bow Dabra. Now you don't have to do this. You can hold it in your hand. But it's easier for me using more than one color because it does get full. And my hands, I have arthritis bad. So I take my little Bow Dabra here, which I love because she's not only for bows, she holds my mesh. Okay, so I'll put that down in there. Go and do again. Going to my next color. The yellow. See, it does love to stick. Okay. Same way here. I'm going to put my little tool down at the end to hold it down because it's want to curl up. Start down here, make my... Okay. Clip or chip it. This yellow here is a little bit thinner than my other two pieces. I didn't have any more as thick as the other two, but it'll work just fine because they're going to be in bundles. Okay. So there you go. You don't need to put down the tool. You don't have to. I think this is staying pretty much down. And I'm going to do my other 3. Remember, don't clip it. Thumbs and fingers here, making a dam, and just scrunch it up. The other end. Okay, there's your next one. I'm just going to put it on top of the blue here. By the way, I'm having 3 pieces of mesh in each bundle I'm using. You can do 4, but 3 is about all I can handle. Okay, then I'm going to my last color, the pretty fuchsia. This wants to curl up, so I'm going to use my tool to hold it down. Yeah. Okay, and start rolling again like usually do about 3, 2, 3. Chip, turn around. Okay. And then at the end where you're going to scrunch it. Okay. Just look up there. And you may think at first you're going to, like, oh my God, this is terrible. But no, it's not. You should have seen my first ones. And they're just going to come out good no matter how you scrunch them. Really, they do. They come together. They just come together. So there's, okay. So there's my first bundle. Okay. What I'm going to do now, take your frame and oops, start anywhere you want. Forgive me, y'all. I just can't get my camera set right for everybody. I'm sorry. Okay, just grab your bundle out with you. I'm going to take my fingers here. Grab them all out together. Or if you don't have a Bow Dabra, maybe use a big clip or something to put them all together. Or just somehow just to keep them all together. Okay, just something you can use. Maybe you can find something that you can use to hold them all together. Or just do them one at a time with clothespins or something. But you'll want them all together like this before you put them on your wreath. And then all I'll do is go right in here in the pot cleaner. Okay. I'm going to give it about 2 or 3 twists because it is kind of full. Okay, so see, there's our first bundle. First bundle. Okay, getting pretty. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to do one more for you. You don't mind. Okay, we're going to start with the blue again. Honestly, this time, y'all, I'm going to rotate. I just think it comes out prettier. So what I'm going to do this time, if I make any sense, okay, where I left off with the blue on this ruffle, I'm going to, or I ended with the fuchsia. I ended with the fuchsia. So show you. I ended with the fuchsia on top. So I'm going to start the fuchsia on the bottom. So my next ruffle I have blue on top. But I'm going to keep the yellow in the middle. Okay, so let me just, I think that does kind of add to the color scheme. Makes it just more, instead of the same pattern. But now you can do the same pattern because like I always tell you, and I'm going to say it again, it's your wreath, your way, what you want. Okay, there's no right or wrong way here. So you do what you like. Okay, so we're going to go with the fuchsia down, since we left off with it. Okay. My little turns here. Paper chip it. Okay. And scratch. Scratch. Okay, there she is. So that's going to be on the bottom this time instead of the top. So I'll put her in here. See any little strands, just cut them off, the little pieces of metallic that comes out sometimes. Okay, then the yellow, it stays in the center. By the way, I just want to say hello, and I hope everybody's doing okay. I always like to ask how everybody is, and if you're seeing me for the first time, I thank you so much for checking me out, and if you're coming back, I thank you again. I really appreciate it. I haven't been doing this long. I'm just trying to get my channel built up, and I have found that I enjoy making wreaths, and it gives me something to do in my old age. But I really appreciate it. And if you do like me, please leave me a like. And better than that, if you'll just subscribe. You never know. Maybe one day you'll like something I do. Or anyway, I just appreciate it. And I hope everybody's having a good day. So here we go. Only yellow. Just scratch, scratch, scratch. Okay. There we go again. Place it here on top of the... So this time, the blue here now is going to be on top instead of the fuchsia. So, it does stick, but I still like it. Okay. One thing about this Woodland Ruffle method, it doesn't, your fraying is hid, and that's a good thing. I mean, there's really no fraying at all that you can see because of the way that we're doing it. So, 3. Okay, so there's the blue. And we're going to put it on top and grab it all together. I'm going to go back. So now when we put this one on, beside my last bundle, we're going to have the blue. See what I'm talking about? On top of the blue, where the other one had fuchsia on top. And I'll just go on about this pattern the same way around. Same way around. I can work with all this when we're through, so don't ever worry about straightening everything out. You'll get it done at last. See how that's coming together? So the fuchsia on top of the blue. So then the next one I'll be doing will be blue down, because we ended with it. And it'll just rotate all the way around in the inner two till I have 15 bundles. So I'm going to go finish out all these bundles, okay? And then we'll go on from there, and won't be long till it's finished. So, okay, so I bet I'll be back. I can't talk today. I'll be back. Okay, hello everyone. I'm back, and I've got all the ruffles and bundles in. It's pretty. I'll cut them colors, and they speak summer. And I just you know, you do the middle inside just as you did the outside bundles. And I did want to tell you a while ago, when making your bundles, if you don't have a Bodabra, if it helps when you can do this actually before I got mine. You can roll each piece of mesh in your Woodland Ruffle and set it aside with a little pipe cleaner, piece, half one or something, just small size. And then when you get your bundle, all the 3 pieces done in bundles, then you can get them together and just put them together inside your pipe cleaner on the wreath frame, if that helps any. Or, you know, if you can, you ought to get you a Bodabra. They're just awesome, especially for making bows too. Helps your hands too for arthritis making bows. But anyway, I thought I'd throw that in. So this all done now. And so now we're ready for the ribbons, and I have chosen the ribbons. I showed you I'm going to pair these 2 together. Pretty flip-flop in the blue and white. Gives it a summer theme look. Beachy. And then these 2 I'm going to put on the inside center. Just another color flip-flop print, yellow, and the yellow and white stripe. Giving it a sunny look. And if you don't know how, sorry y'all, I got hair in my face. If you don't know how to do a ducktail on ribbons, I've done pre-cut on mine at 12 inches. And you may know, you may not, but if you do, if you don't, just take your ribbon at 12 inches, fold it in half, and then you would fold it again. Okay? Just like that. Okay. And let's say this is where I was having trouble when I learned. I always wanted to cut on the open side. That's where you not want to cut. You want to cut on the side that's closed. And then you just take, like, you know, this is already cut, but just take up the side that's closed and do your angle. And then you will have your ducktail look. Okay, so I just thought I'd throw that in. Okay, so we're going to go ahead. I'm going to put in just a couple of ribbons for you. I'm going to start with the yellow. Pretty yellow. We're going to get you down here now so you can see. Okay, and just going to start in anywhere you want to. Put your ribbons any way you want to. Because they're going to show up anyway. And then find you a place. Put it down in there. Give it a few twists. So do about 3 or 4. And then I simply just press on it. This somehow, I always tell everyone, makes my ribbons stand up. Gives it a stand-up look. Trim your pipe cleaners a little bit, not too much, because you want them to stay tight. And then just take the part where you cut and press it in. Okay? And then just separate your ribbons. Kind of give them a little bit of, go underneath them a little bit and curl them under. Gives them a little setting up look. Okay, there's that one. I'll do one more thing. Ribbon together. Pinch in the middle. That's why I always have mine creased too. They're easier to pinch in the center to get them even. And just continue on around. Pipe cleaner here. Sometimes these hide from you. Okay, same thing, twist it around. 4, give it a push in, and I try to, mine's long, the stems are long, I try to cut them off some. Take the remaining pipe cleaner, tuck it in up under the ribbon. Then adjust your ribbon how you want it. I'm sorry I don't go a little faster. I do. Like I say, my hands do hurt me, but I keep on going. Here's 2 that we got right here. So I'm going to go ahead and finish all the ribbons, okay? I'm going to finish all the ribbons and all. And I will be right back, and then we're going to do our last thing will be the sign. Alrighty. Okay, guys. here she is with all the ribbons in her and done. So see how much fuller she's looking now? Okay, so now here comes the part of the side. Alrighty. So I'm going to show you what I've done here. Get you down. Okay. I usually don't use a sign this big, but this is a really pretty big size sign, but I liked it. So, okay, I've took care of some of the back for you, but I'm going to show you how I've done that. Okay, one thing, this had a little, like a, it was come like that, like a, you could hook it on a wall on a nail, like a, use it as a, just some kind of wall decor. Okay, so that helped me there, and I put my pipe cleaners on, and I did double them. That way I could have the, to get along each side of the wreath frame. Okay, so in these other places here, I've used something called a mount adhesives. I don't know if you, can you see these little things here? Okay, they got them in different sizes. They have on the back, they're sticky. You take the paper off, but I also put a little glue extra just to make sure. But they're really neat because that way I don't have to drill no holes in my signs, which I did in the past and I messed a lot up, or glue on pipe cleaners. So this is like a little helper thing. You can get them on Amazon. I get mine there. They give you an option. I think I got 100 for $6. But you have different options. So I went ahead and I put my two on the sides here, as you can see, to go around each side of my wreath. And they have holes in them. So I always double my pipe cleaners because when I didn't before, I was kind of short. And I was having to jerk my sign to make it meet. And that's not good. You don't want it jerked or pushed in your wreath. So what I like about these, they have the holes in them. So I just take two pipe cleaners, put it in the hole here, bring another one with it together, twist it around. Just all you're doing is putting the pipe cleaner with another one. Okay. And I try to feed it just back through. Try to center it as much as you can. Okay, can you see still? Okay, and I just give them a little twist in place. Okay, so there's my sides. Normally I wouldn't use this many on it, but this is a big sign. And then on the bottom here, as you can see, it's kind of awkward because these on each sides here, they're going to be too short to kind of reach my frame. So I'm going to go down on the bottom with this one. So I put two beside each other to make one big one. And I just did the same thing. Two pipe cleaners, fed them through the hose. Okay, and I love these little things. They really they come in handy. Okay, so now we're going to put the sign on. Let's get back here. Okay, I'm going to lay her down, and I think I'm going to start with the sides. Don't matter where you start, but I'm starting with the sides of it. And find me a place through the mesh. Now don't worry about your ribbons. You can always come back and straighten them out. So just going down through your mesh somewhere. I put my hand underneath so I can feel them coming through. I don't want to pull my sign down into the wreath, okay? I just want to get the pipe cleaners down through there and then turn my wreath over. As you can see where I have the two ends here. I always work with my inner two rings here. I wrap one around both of them because it just seems to give it more support and hold it in. And I give them a couple twists, about 3 or 4. And I do this method here because if you ever wanted to put another sign in or change it, you could just easily take these out. Okay, so go back, same with the other side. Find you an opening. Excuse me. Again, don't worry about the ribbons because you're going to be straightening them out anyway. Underneath the hand, wreath with one hand. Feed it through. And then this is where I get my sign position, see where you kind of want it. Okay, because flip your wreath over, same thing. Put your 2 ends. Go around the 2 rings on the inside and towards the middle. And again, just gently tighten it up. Okay, now if this was a small sign, I would normally just do 2. Either 2 here or 2 there. But I'm making sure this stays in. So then I'm going to go to the top here. Same thing. Find me a place to feed down through the mesh. Okay. Let's see how I'm doing that. Alrighty. You can always go back and straighten stuff up. Okay, here we go. 2 ends. Taking the one under 2 of them. We're going to just simply tie those around, twist them. Good 4 times, okay. And last, we've got the bottom part. I'm sorry the sign's so big. Okay, they look huge in this camera. Okay, so now at the bottom, do the same thing. Okay. Down through. Okay. Here we go again. 2 ends under 2 rings. 3 or 4 twists. Alrighty, I always just make sure everything back kind of looks halfway decent. Alrighty, so here she is. Okay, here she is. Don't she look summery, beachy? Okay, so there she is, and all you want to simply do is just go back and you work your way around the ribbons. Just go around, pull them out the best you can. You know, make them show up. You don't have to have them out all the way, because just so they stick out some. Since it's a big sign, you can't help but cover some up. And play with it now when you get it. Get to where you want it. Okay, so she's ready to be hung on your wall, on your door. My granddaughter, she actually puts some of hers on her door. So there we go. I hope you like it. And so I really hope that you enjoyed this and that you might come back and see some of my future tutorials. I'm going to be doing in a couple weeks. I'm going to work on one called the double poof method. Just doing a double poof, and it's going to be a memorial wreath for 4th of July. You can use it for both. But it's going to be a double poof, and I would really like if you come back. If you like today, please give me a like, thumbs up, or even subscribe. And who knows, maybe one day I might do something you didn't know, or you can tell me something in the comments. And I always like to close with a little something to say to someone out there, or just in general. My grandmother used to say this. She lived to be 92. She was something else. But she always said, Teresa, no matter how bad life gets, sometimes it's still sweet. And you know, she was right. Because if you just look around, you'll find something sweet. I know I have. Every time I go through something tough or have a bad day, there's still something sweet. Okay, everybody. So thank you so much. Have a good evening. Bye-bye.